friends, strangers, internet, trying that whole do your intro when your makeup's done so you don't look like a heathen. So today we're doing a tag, another makeup tag. This is the Monochromatic Makeup Tag. This was started by Hannah Louise Poston. So Hannah's video, which is maybe 6 or 8 months old, is one of the first videos that I saw that made me go, I need to make a channel on YouTube for this concept because I love monochromatic makeup. I think it's one of the easiest ways to do a really cohesive look and also play around with placement, as you can see here. So the monochromatic makeup tag, it was on the top of my list of videos to do. And then I got my nails done last week. And then I bought this shirt like 2 days ago. And I adore colored Raine Lemon Drop. It's too good to pass up. So here I am doing the yellow thing. I will get into more details about the color I picked, all that other stuff in a moment. Soon you'll be seeing my face with just my base makeup and brows on. So I'm giving you a heads up. I hope you enjoy. These are the shadows that I pulled. They are all different singles or things that I've depotted. The main focus of the tag is Lemon Drop by Colored Raine because it pretty much is a dead-on match, and it's also my absolute favorite matte yellow color. It looks very, very orange yellow in the pan, but it's one of those beautiful formulas that can sheer out and also go on pretty intensely. The second star of the show is Soul by Clionadh Cosmetics. Soul looks very different in the pan, but they pair really well together. This is a yellow shimmer that is a little bit warmer than some of the other yellows that I have, which I feel like works with Lemon Drop. They look very different on the hand. A true artist might say those are not monochromatic, but I'm running with it. In Hannah's video, she started with a face, like a base and brows on, and that is what I have going on here. Now I know that Angelica, Angie here on YouTube, I'm not going to pronounce her last name because I will mess it up and I don't want to do that to her. She did do a mustard version of this tag, and it might be a similar color, but we're not using same color, so figure it's fair game. I know when Hannah initially posted the video, she encouraged people to look at colors that had already been used and do something outside of that. I did look at the tag search on YouTube last night and saw all these cool colors. So, but yellow has been a love of my makeup life for, I don't know, 6 months now at least. And then I got my nails done and I realized it was all meant to be. So I'm gonna go straight in with my eyes. I'm using the fluffy brush I dipped into Lemon Drop. So this color is really nice because it can go on sheer and really blend out, and that's what I've jumped right into doing. And when you like really compare it, you know, to how bright that is versus how sheer it can go on, it's a really nice color to work with. So I think I'm gonna build one eye at a time, and that will give me the option to speed up the second eye and give you a video that's maybe not an hour long, because that's the current status of my filming style. So something I always notice when I do my eyes is that this spot right here always looks patchy, And for a long time, I thought it might be the shadow specifically that I was using, but I started realizing that it was happening with every shadow. So that's just something, the reason why I'm saying that is that sometimes we're very easy to dismiss a product, a shadow, because it looks like it's not performing, but sometimes it's just our skin, it's just our eye shape, or, you know, I think there's something about the way my eye crease area is. That spot just does not like to take color. And I don't like to use a sticky base here. Oh, I didn't put a base down. Oh well, we'll see how it goes. Sometimes I don't like to use a sticky base on this part of my eye because you're not really going to get a good blend. So I'm just packing a little bit more right there to make sure that it sticks and then gets a little bit deeper as well. For a more intense but still blended color application, I'm going in with this smaller brush. I could probably declutter most of my brushes and be just happy with the ones that you see me use on camera, but I'm not there yet. So I am packing this on the lid. So with matte colors, it can be difficult to pack on the color so that it's very intense and smooth without a super sticky base. And what I'm doing on my lid right now, it's not sticking the best, but for the way that I went in, I'm not upset about it. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of concealer and attempt to put a little thin layer on in the inner and outer corners, and then pack the yellow a bit onto that. I think I've used this brush on camera before. This is the Real Techniques Detailer brush. And then I'll do a glitter glue in the center of my eye to really bang on that soul color. Okay. I love how like sunny side up egg yolk this lemon drop color is. So this brush has been lightly cleaned in like a color switch, and I just want to go in around the edges and blend and also blow them out a little bit. In Hannah's video, she did a very like editorial, I think it was very sculptural, blushy look. And it's a little bit inspiring to go and play with placement and boundaries and all of that. I'm gonna go into a little bit more of Lemon Drop and start blowing this part out a little bit more. Kind of like the sunshiny like halo of yellow around my eye. Yeah, that's pretty. I think I'm gonna hold off on more color on my under eye and go into Soul on the lid with some glitter glue and see how that looks. I'm super boring and I tend to use some of the same product over and over again, so you should be used to glitter glue. Well, that's what I'm using right now. If my chair is extra squeaky today, my apologies. So a little bit of glitter glue on the detail brush, putting it on the center of my lid where there's not much shadow. Just spreading it as thinly as I can. And I'm going to try a slightly different brush for putting on shimmer on my lid. Usually I'll go in with a flat, flat shader brush, but I use this brush a lot for my inner corner highlight and it picks up Soul really nicely. And Soul has such a nice shine to it. I just keep buffing it back and forth. Because the glitter glue is in the center, it picks up the most there, but it did spread a little bit on each side, which I'm not mad about at all. So I'm going back in with a little bit of Lemon Drop. I want to see if I can blend the edges between the matte and the shimmer a little bit more. I picked up the brush that had the shimmer on it, but with no more product. And I'm just blending all the way across the lid. My hope with this movement, so I packed on matte right here, and so that's started to mix with the shimmer a little bit, and then the leftover shimmer on this brush I'm hoping will kind of mix and meld. And if I feel like I need more like pop once it's kind of blended, I just use my finger and put a little bit more on, but still I went back in and blended the edge a little bit more. So the concept with what I just did is instead of it being a harsh halo eye where the shimmer was only right in the middle, I ended up actually spreading it to both sides of the lid a little bit. So I was feeling like the two colors were not kind of mixing well. They didn't seem like a natural pairing in a way, even though I pair them together all the time. So putting that additional pop of shimmer and then using the finger and whatever was left over to kind of spread on both sides just helped me, in my head, make it a more connected kind of color pairing. I'm gonna go in now with this brush and go underneath the eyes. My goal with underneath the eyes is not a drastic amount of color, but keeping this like round, kind of blurred out shape. It will look a little bit weird because it does add some yellow color to the under eye, which for some people feels a little too much like their natural like dark circles. I'm rolling with it a little bit today because I'm feeling a little more artistic. I'm going back in with a little bit of glitter glue on the very tip of this brush, and I'm placing it directly below . I place it in a small area, hopefully, That's one challenge with glitter glue over using a concealer base or an eyeshadow base, is that it is clear. So sometimes it spreads a little further than you think it does, or it's not as far, didn't spread as far as you think it did. So it can be a challenging medium to work with. I picked up a little bit of Soul on this small brush. And I'm putting that and I put that right in this the center of the lower lash line. Same idea, the glitter glue picks up the most intensity of the shadow, and then I just blended it a tiny bit left and right. Just adding a bit more shine at the bottom of your eye. I always like shine on my inner corner, so I'm gonna do that too. So that's this eye. I'm gonna do the second eye off camera, and I will be back to do the rest of the face. And I'm back. So I have this little duo fiber brush from Wet n Wild. I just tapped in one time into the lemon drop color, and I tend to go straight into the apples of my cheeks whenever I do blush. So I'm going with that today. Anytime you are going in with a product like an eyeshadow on your face, a really light hand, really light layers, and something like a duo fiber brush where there are fewer fibers at the end and it's denser at this part is often a good choice, because it will apply it softly, and then you can also do these kind of motions to blend it out. I've worn yellow blush before, like I've done not quite a monochromatic look because I think I did a bold lip, but I've worn yellow blush before. I think it's really pretty. Because my eye shape is more blurred out, I'm playing around with how they are kind of blending together so that it's still mostly a blush situation, but that the colors, I don't know, just come together a little bit. I like the edgeless kind of eye look where it never quite ends. I think that's pretty inspired from Hannah. I feel like her look had a similar situation going. So I just keep going circular motions and back and forth motions. My light is a little different on this side of my face, so I'm having a harder time seeing what it looks like. Yellow can actually be really nice on the face, even if you just pop a little bit right on top of like a warm peachy blush. I did that and that was really pretty. So it veers it more into orange territory, but with a little bit of that yellow warmth that's unexpected. So I'm just blending. I'm not sure what I'm quite looking for, but I think I'm there. Oh, it's not bad. Little whole blush on the nose trend, a little yellow on the nose. Just warmed it up a tiny bit. I like that. So the next step today is highlight. Saw recently Amy Loves Makeup had Soul on as a highlighter, and I thought it was really pretty. So I'm going in with this Real Techniques brush. I've been using and loving this brush. This is from Shop Miss A, AOA, like $1.50 or $1. This is a pretty good highlighter brush. It's a little bit fluffier and less dense than this brush. Because I'm unsure of how this is going to go on as a highlighter, I don't want to go in with this beautiful dense brush that's just gonna pack it on in case it looks terrible. Just dipped in one time. Ooh, okay. It is very yellow, but it's not, I'm not mad about it. It's one of those colors that's straight on, you don't see it, and then it's there. So I think for this look, I'm going to focus the highlight right there, and then on the nose. Normally, I love glow all up and around, and even a glowy cheek, and basically all over. But today I'm enjoying this just very specific placement, buffed out a little bit. I feel like it's giving the blush a chance to shine as blush. It's giving the eyes a chance to shine as eyes, and then it's not overwhelming my skin so much. If this was, even if I was going in with this ABH single, I could probably smack that all over my face and it would be like, whatever, perfect, beautiful. But because this is a very specific color, and this look is already intense in other ways, just gonna focus on the bridge of my nose and right there. Okay. So we're back with mascara, feeling a little bit more put together, a little bit more human. We're gonna play with lip concoctions using the two shadows that I have all over my face. I'm going in with a delicious watermelon scented clear lip gloss from Ulta in the legitimate middle school lip gloss dream container. I picked up a bunch of Ulta lip products recently thanks to the makeup goblin known as Nisi Pisa here on YouTube. She highly recommends their glosses and everything, so I just thought I would pick up a couple of things. I decided to buy this like $12 3 product lip set from Ulta instead of buying the $28 or $30 1 ounce watermelon spray from Glow Recipe, because I want that real bad for the smell alone, and I realized that's a very, very stupid use of money. So I'm gonna start with just Soul and see if I like how that's reading on my lips, or if I feel like it needs some additional color. Some on my finger. Pat, pat, pat. Feeling, ooh, feeling super frosty. 90s lip gloss vibes. I will say the powder spread nicely on the lips. You can put most eyeshadows on your lips, but they don't always spread out. Sometimes they can look chunky, or they can mix with that lip gloss and turn into something else. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with Lemon Drop. I wanna pat it on the corners and kind of do an ombre situation. The tricky thing with doing something like this is that you're going on top of gloss, so your brush may start picking the gloss up. Okay, I think I have enough matte yellow eyeshadow on my lips. I'm gonna go back in with Soul on my finger and just pat it on the very center. I actually think I prefer the matte lip, but that's happened. That's a thing. It's done. This is my monochromatic makeup look, including nails, shirt, lips. Is this the way beauty gurus do it? The slow motion posing and things. But there is something fun about doing this, you know. I even think this was an instruction at the end of the tag from Hannah Louise Poston, so I'm right on board. I'm absolutely ridiculous, so thank you for entertaining me, everybody. I would actually say, without this lip, I would totally leave the house. I would actually rock this out in the real world, including all the match bullshit. So this is the monochromatic makeup tag, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. Maybe you're inspired to pick up a color you haven't used before, put some products on your face that you normally put on your eyes, or put on stuff on your lips that you normally put on your face. I'm gonna keep taking my glasses off and on because I don't know how annoying that reflection is in the ring light. But that's my monochromatic makeup look. I hope you all enjoyed. If you liked it, you know, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Find me on Instagram. I'm Nomnivorous. That's like omnivorous with an N in front. If you have any branding recommendations on how to name all this bullshittery, I will totally take any advice, because we have Emily Han here, we have Nomnivorous on Instagram. I love Nomnivorous, but I don't know how relevant it is anymore. Anyway, that's everything. That's all my ramblings. This is all my yellow makeup. As Teresa is Dead would say, this is my quest for yellow. By the way, if you have not seen that video from her, which who has not, you should go watch that right away, because, oh, delight. Perfection. And that is all from me today. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you all around soon.